want some pressure, I'ma teach that boy a lesson. Got your bitch on her knees doing yoga, how she stretching. I don't got lemons, but I squeeze. No, I'm super fresh, life a breeze. Yeah, 2 big Glocks on my knees. Yeah, baby, this is Bill on my team. Yeah.
Adam22 recently put out a video. And I will pull the video up in a second. He put out a video recently talking about the state of no jumper. Hey, there's opinions, there's internet fodder, and then this what happens when God starts just making shit happen. These niggas fall flat on concrete every time. It never fucking fails. But anyway, Adam has put out a clip. And this is like friendly smoke. This ain't real smoke. Because I hate to see... Nah, that's a lie. Let me not lie. Let me not lie. I don't hate to see it. There's lawsuits happening. Yep. The feds was just at my door. Like, I got a lot of life shit going on. These content creators never show you that part. I hate them all. I hate every last fucking one of them. They never show you the part about when life just get to going around them. So Adam put out a little clip. And I'd like to play it for y'all.
Perkhead motherfucker. Somebody sent me a clip of Joe Budden claiming that No Jumper's doing real bad in terms of our views and everything. So let's do the science.
Oh, shit.
Joe Budden's channel.
That's the wrong clip, bro.
Oops. No Jumper's main channel plus our clips channel has done about 26, 27 million views for the past month. So we are 2 times by far what you have going on. And on top of that, we kill it on Facebook. We kill it on Snapchat. We have 3 million.
Yo.
He did all that.
Dirty BMX white boy. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Like I tell my 50-year-old black friends.
What? For the block.
Once Facebook enters the conversation,
you got it.
I'm leaving.
That's for mom and dad.
Yeah.
Aunts and uncles to fight about politics.
I know you tried to make that shit sound fly, but in real life, the second somebody say to me, yo, this is what's going on Facebook, I check out.
Yeah.
His fucking Facebook and Snapchat. y'all let these niggas get so much. Shut up. Let's keep it going.
Followers on Instagram, and we make a huge amount of money on there. Joe Budden, I don't want to hear shit. You're running a chop shop.
Oh!
You might have the whole hip-hop media gassed into thinking that you're really killing it like that, but trust me, when you want to talk about who's really doing business out here, it's not you. There's a big three and you're not in it. It's me, Vlad, and that fat motherfucker you were saying.
Oh my God! Oh my Lord! That is how he spoke to me. Savannah.
I missed the
That is how he spoke of
royalty.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like a black god.
Is he eating those words right now?
I don't know why he did that.
He thought your guy played about
I'm not even Adam, I'm not your foe. But my God still will see somebody that we don't know where it's at with him and fix him up. Fix him up. Hey, newsflash, Adam, during the pandemic, everybody's numbers was up. Everything was up.
Yeah.
Stupid ass. I'm gonna play the real video now. He talking about some damn, we went and bought a $4 million building because the numbers was up and we continued to think that they would project it, yada, yada. Yeah, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. And that's my problem. It be too many niggas speaking on shit
They don't know what they're talking
that
about.
just is out here making fucking mistake after mistake after mistake, and I can't come in here and say it because I'm gonna look away, and then they're gonna say, Joe Budden, you on some bullshit again. So I shut up. But I could have told y'all, hey, when 80 and all them niggas left, and we found out that Adam didn't have contracts with nobody, I was like, okay, business is shady over there.
You said
Shout out to AD.
Beginning of the
Big
end.
Music, what up?
Shouts to
Once we started talking about the Snapchat and YouTube and Instagram checks. Yo, I check out when niggas start talking like that too. We've built this thing in a way where the paranoia and trauma from leaving our fate in somebody's hands won't allow us to leave it in somebody's hands. So clap to you if you're leaving it in somebody's hands and it's going great for you. But one day Facebook wake up and say, hey, our Metavision shit, we're not doing it no more. That money you was making is out of here. You're done. We're finished. One day YouTube wake up and say, hey, you're not in our little creator fund program where we're sending shit your way. You're done. We're not even putting you in the algorithm. One day Snapchat, TikTok, one day they all wake up and say, you can't plan that way.
That's true.
It's tough to look the fucking estate people in the face, the tax people in the face, and say, hey, I don't know that I'll make that next year. I don't know that 5 years from now, these companies will still hold me in such high regard. They leave fast.
So
and then you get niggas sounding like this. Let's play it. Let's fucking play it.
In addition to that, we have been
There ain't no addition to that, nigga.
No
Rewind.
Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy.
It don't.
Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views.
Man, it's none.
We're doing well on Facebook and
Man, it's
Snapchat.
none.
We
Ew.
employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West
Means
Coast,
nothing.
and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's
Tell
start
us.
here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit.
Yeah, no,
we
you
hired
did.
a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million,
horrible.
thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue.
Why
And
would you think
unfortunately, that did not.
Why would you think that, Adam? Or anybody for that matter? This is the same thing I told the stupid Clubhouse people. Why would you think that things would continue that way once people were allowed to be outside? That's a mistake.
A lot of people with too much faith in this internet shit.
You know, he wanted to show the optics of extreme rapid growth. You know, so expanding to the purchase of the building and then the huge staff and that sort of thing. Like the optics allowed him to, you know, kind of like be as boisterous as he was towards you and everybody else.
Exploit.
And the content shifted too, not for nothing.
Well, yeah, and then that part, yeah, content changed. It's not just the world changed and the economy changed. Content creation
Young
changed.
streaming niggas came in and
they kicked ass.
they kicking ass.
well, they doing
they
this
just,
next level.
released
Yeah.
what Kai made from
Yeah.
January to February.
Yeah.
They busting
making-
the ass.
They making it tough. They
Extremely
making it
tough.
I ain't gonna lie. If I see this speed nigga do another backflip across my phone, I don't know what I will do. Yo, in every field, everybody that's getting to it, no matter what field you in, part of that getting to it has to include how you'll maneuver and function once the new kid on the block pops up.
That's a
Niggas
fact.
never playing for the new kid.
Oh my God, yo. Did you say you were selling sponsored ad posts? Which is nothing wrong with. You just can't look at me and fix your lips a certain way, which I don't think he knew a few years ago. Hopefully, he knows it now. Sponsor.
Jesus.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
No, there's nothing wrong with that, but I would be shocked if I ever saw you do a sponsored.
No, you would be more than shocked.
No, I'm gonna call you.
Yeah,
I might come.
You would be
I'm
more than
coming to the
shocked.
crib.
You would be more than
Dog,
shocked.
you need something?
I would get an emergency text, a wellness check
Facts.
would need to be done.
What is going on?
If you just looked on my shit and seen, sometimes I go to Skims. Skims is a really great place. If I hit the little button on that thing,
Oh, Joe Budden, man. I've been waiting for this one because, I've been following the whole Joe Budden versus Bill Clinton's nephew thing since, if you know, and you know what's crazy? If you go back and look at that video, shout out to Joe Budden, man. They stand-up podcast. They don't care if you make think pieces to their shit and reactions to their shit, because I think the first ever Joe Budden reaction I did was when Bill Clinton's nephew
Groom22, Adam16, went on their podcast and they was questioning him about, you know, how he was contributing to, you know, the murder of, you know, young rappers and just the detriment. It was a detriment to that situation by asking them all type of questions. And, you know, they was asking about the rest in peace FBG Cash situation. And at that time, that was like when Joe Budden was talking about, that was 2021. When me and Bill Clinton's son was still on good standings before he acted like a cocksucker to me for no reason. But so I was kind of like, and not only because of that, but I was kind of like, yo, you know, it's the people fault. It's 100% the people fault, the artist's fault who come on there and they talk about, yeah, smoking on this, they talk about incriminating shit. But, you know, what's this, 3 years later, or a little over 3 years later, my mind has changed. Although I do hold the artist mostly responsible, it is a little shitty of the interviewer / podcaster to ask these type of questions, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, Vlad drew back from doing that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like you throwing the lob up for them just to alley-oop and slam it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like it's both of their faults, the artist and the interviewer. But at that time, I was like, nah. But it's funny because as you get to see how a story plays out and you see how people reveal their character, you know, your opinions might change and you see more, you learn more. The more you see, the more you learn, the more you can adapt to, and, you know, how your thoughts can develop. So it's just crazy looking back then, you know, and to now, how I felt about that. And I'm more known in this thing now and more successful now than I was back then, for sure. I don't know how many subs I had at that moment, but it probably wasn't even 20,000, maybe 2021. Nah, hell no, I ain't have 20K then. I probably had like 10K, something like that then. But like they say, man, you know, he who gets the last laugh, you know, laugh best, bro. This is just a moment where you can sit back and just see somebody making the mistakes in front of you, from the nigga Bill Clinton nephew overspending in the pandemic, which, like I said, a lot of us did. But you making mistakes and then being cocky about it is a whole different thing. Did you see that clip that Joe Budden played? The first clip when he was talking shit about Joe Budden, the big three. And that was just literally last year. Like, that wasn't that long ago. You know, and look how time flies, you feel me? Now, Joe Budden has been doing this shit for a minute. I always say Joe Budden is like probably the first when it comes to hip hop to be doing this podcast and streaming shit on the level that he does it, you know. But he's wise enough to know that, nigga, it could have flipped on me. And then look at Joe Budden. He just coming off the, you know, the walking around naked shit and knocking on people's door naked. So he definitely know, you know what I'm saying? Look how niggas was putting some narratives out about him about that. I ain't never say that. I seen some niggas saying RAPE. They was trying to say some shit about Joe, but, you know, he's learned. So he's really relishing in the moment because he like, experience, you know what I'm saying? He, just by experience, he already knew. He made this mistake before somehow, some way. If not necessarily the way that Adam16 made it, he made it a different type of way. So he can kind of sit back and like he said in the beginning, yeah, when these niggas bump their heads, he can be right there to let you know what I mean? As he should, especially, you know, if somebody was talking shit about him and you're not the big three, and yeah, he is, nigga. Like, when it comes to hip hop, he been doing it for a minute, bro. And look at the quality of his shit. You heard what he said, bro. He said, nigga, when y'all niggas start talking about YouTube revenue and Facebook revenue and I always say that too. And I'm still like working myself. I'm still building myself, I should say. But even I know that, hey, if one day these companies could wake up and say, nigga, is all over with. Ain't no more ad revenue. Even if they want to change a law that say that you can't get paid from this. Look how they trying to take away TikTok. You know, the government can make laws all the time. Then what niggas gonna do? Niggas like Vlad is smart because he got his own website, his own things. Niggas like Joe Budden been doing it for a minute, so I'm pretty sure he got other deals besides that bonus money from ad revenue. That's bonus. You know what I'm saying? When in the beginning, when you getting your shit up, yeah, them niggas got merch, them niggas got all type. You gotta like expand this shit on so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you reap what you sow. You know what I mean? Now, whether the nigga Adam is trying to, and I know he probably fucking looking at this, I don't give a fuck. But I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? Even though, like I always say, the nigga hated on me for no reason, I still ain't got no hatred in my heart. You know what I mean? He's still a bitch, but, you know, honestly, nigga, you fucked up, bro. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. See, what it is he not really loyal, and you kicking all these people out and firing these people, and well, AD and them quit. You know what I'm saying? But even like shitting on house phone and just different shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna, and then you don't have nobody, you have nobody you can lean on. Once you shit on people and now you're going through bad times, who you gonna lean on? Lena. You can lean on Lena. But that's about it, you know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be enough to get the job done. But this should be a learning lesson to everybody, man. Don't count your eggs before they hatch. That's an old saying my grandma said. Do not count your eggs before they hatch. Let them hatch first, see which ones that's working and not, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna end up eating your words and looking stupid as fuck. And it's all a learning experience, you know what I'm saying? But even like, and then like, even another point, look at the streamers. Like, bro, even when I started doing this YouTube and streaming and all this shit, and content creation shit, it was a different plateau. And I started in the middle of 2021. So I ain't even been in as long as a lot of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But you have a new person every day coming up. It's like I told y'all before, it's harder than ever now. Well, I ain't gonna say it's harder than ever, but it's definitely getting harder because there's so many more people who some of y'all probably looked at me and was like, oh, I can do this shit if he can do it. You know what I'm saying? So you have more people coming into the platforms and doing what you're doing, and you know what I'm saying? They're just as good. Some of them better. Some of them more consistent. Shit can always change. There's variables in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, even though you can do only what you can do, the best job you can do, you got to be mindful to know that, yo, at any minute, this shit can change in so many different ways. Look at the Casanats. Like bro just said, Casanat making $4 million alone on Twitch a month and $2 million on this and $3 million on that. You know what I'm saying? So you have, it's just the playing field change, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. So the money you make and the thing that you building has to be, you have to build a solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? And a solid foundation is not trying to depend on these social media websites. And like Joe Budden said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I've done that. I'm in the process of doing that. I'm building that right now. But, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be this. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be all right. He a white dude. You know what I'm saying? For one, he's already winning in life. He's a white guy. So not just a white person, not a white woman, the white guy. If you look at every president of the United States, what have there been? White. I know some people like, man, it don't got nothing to do with color. It do. And if you don't know, it's going over your head. You ain't woke enough. But yeah, out of the 40, something presidents, 45, 46 presidents or whatever it was, all of them been white except for one, and he was half white. Or he was mixed. Obama. Obama's not 100% black, but this should be a learning lesson to everybody, bro. You know what I mean? Don't count your eggs before they hatch. And big ups to Joe Budden for letting content creators react to his shit, not trying to strike the channel like Bill Clinton nephew, like Adam22 did, and You know, and different niggas, man, trying to strike niggas who trying to come up with something, cook something up. Like I said, if you just stealing some nigga content, I don't agree with that. But niggas be using my shit and taking my clips and like clips of actually me. Fuck clips that I'm clipping. Clips of me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. For real, in the end, that's promotion. But shout out to Joe Budden for, you know, understand that. And it don't matter. You can get the revenue. Joe Budden, he'll get the copyright revenue, but he'll let you, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. So shout out to Joe Budden, man, realizing the playing field and not trying to be a cocksucking bitch like some motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Greedy or spiteful. But, yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Y'all let me know what you think, man. Like, I'm subscribed, notification bell gone. 10.
Yeah, I'm smoking gas, feel like I cute. Feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. I feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. Yeah. I feel like I cute, bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute, yeah. I feel like I cute, I'm sipping that red solo like I cute, yeah. I got all these bitches on